All right, so she's finally all painted up. And I got the paint from George Kirby Jr. Paints out of New Bedford, Massachusetts. I'm really happy with it. They mixed that, that turquoise color up that my wife picked out, and it's pretty much spot on from the sample that I gave them. But anyway, let's see here. Yeah, I just shined up the woodwork too, so figured now's a good time. But got the mast laying here, and put a little racing stripe on the mast down here, or up here. And that should make it go faster, I'm hoping. Got some mast steps installed. And I think I'm done with the mast, so finally. Got all the wiring kind of stuffed in here. And today, maybe, I'm gonna back the boat out of this little hole it's in, and then grab my forklift and stuff this mast up there to the tabernacle and just hook everything up to see if it's all good before I go much further. All right, but and the bottom paint I got from another company, what was it? Oh shoot, I don't remember. Eagle something, or I don't even know. But so the bottom paint I didn't get from Kirby, but it seems to be all right. And but everything else was from Kirby Paint, and pretty happy with it. Very happy with it, actually. I mean, it was kind of thick to roll and tip, but man, like I mean, it's like plastic now. It's pretty cool stuff. So I'll just run up here. And all my woodwork, I'm not sure what caused this, but it did look like this. And I've been using Penafin. And so it kind of looked like this. And then I did a bunch of fiberglass repair work on the side of the companionway track right there. And in doing so, I ground a bunch of fiberglass dust, or ground fiberglass and made a bunch of dust. And it got everywhere. And what it did, I'm not sure that's it, but that's the only thing I can think of. But what it did, if you look at how dark that is, I just haven't done this yet. But that all the teak on the whole boat was that dark. And I was able to kind of scrub it with Dawn in hot water and got most of that off. But man, if anybody knows what causes that, let me know. Because I don't really want to have to deal with that again. That was about a 2-day job getting that all gone and then re-oiling everything. All right, so let's see. Still got to do some kind of solar array back here, and I'm going to talk to Christopher and Norm about that. But let's see, down below, let's see, get this all kind of, got this all dialed in, repainted that, and put some little scupper covers on that, because those get clogged up and it's a nightmare. And then, yeah, so we'll just do a little quick tour, because I think I've done a couple of these, but built these doors and salvaged the hardware from an old, another set of companionway doors I had from a Baba 30. And I think I've got everything kind of dialed in electric wise. I've still got to do a DC to DC converter for the 48 volt to power the 12 volt bank. And but that's all right here. And I'm thinking about making like a little cover that hangs down over all this, but really for a while I don't plan on being out in anything kind of crazy. So for right now I think that's fine. And yeah, so we can turn on the house bank and then turn on the motor bank. House bank is right down here under that box, and then of course the motor is all back in here. Tempted to just have a look, but that's all right. It's just 2 big batteries back in there, and that's that. Head's all done. A little kind of, I came up with this idea on my own. Christopher Burton didn't have anything to do with it at all. It's completely my idea. Thanks, Christopher. And so got all that done. Composting toilet, a little bit of storage here, and that's that. A little mirror I got on eBay. That was cool. Dolphins. Okay, and then working your way around, this would be the port side here. Got a radio stack and some charging panels. These are lights for up underneath, all the way around. And my little gimbaled lantern. My electrical, which was, you know, that's all been completely redone. Every little bit of electrical's been redone. And kind of made this little chart table here with a little slide out. Kind of like that. I was going to make it hook in, but I think I'm just going to make it so it stays in one spot. So you just have a little bit of extra room. And I'm still going to build a table that will attach to this post, compression post, and then kind of swivel down here or latch, slide down and then latch into place. Refrigerator, it's just a drawer. It's not real big, but holds a good bit of stuff, at least a cold beer or two. And let's see, this is like a kind of a hanging wet locker, but right now there's just some new stuff in there. And then let's see, did all that siding, put all that in. This is all milled down fence pickets, cedar, and it's insulated back behind there. And we've just got some storage going on behind these cushions. And of course, underneath there's some storage. This is a little fold-out table right here, and it'll let's see, that little piece right here clips into place and just gives me a little bit more room. As far as a sleeping arrangement, there's a cushion that fits that spot right there. So other than that, let's see, we got some fans, we got the chain locker, this little storage area here, a window here forward, and let's see, working your way around, kind of like that. This is kind of a little afterthought here. I was going to make this all storage over here on this side, and then you know, things just morph, so I kind of kept it as like a little seat, so you can sit down over here, and just, this is almost like a little armrest here, and you can even lay down right here if you want, but your knees are just right over that thing. So, you know, I wouldn't want to sleep there all night, but you can take a little siesta right here on this side. Same thing back in here, some storage. And then let's see, little cabinet door. Oops. There's storage back in here. And then working the way around here, built all this cabinetry, little drawers, gimbaled stove there, foot pumps for the water, and that's about it, really. Little ship's bell I got from Ibiza when my son Morgan and I went over there, and yeah, I think that's about it. So let's see, from back here looking aft, and I've got this is a pretty cool mount here for like an iPad or something. And so I've got there's two different ways to mount it. You can suction it on, and I just keep a safety right there. But then also, like outside here, there's this little mount, and it attaches right to that, and then this is just for that little lanyard there too. So, and we've got all our instruments. That should all work eventually. It should all work as soon as the mast is up. And compass right there. And then the aft cabin. It's not really cleaned up, but ooh, hot down there anyway. So this is the aft cabin, and then we just hop down in here. So still got a little bit of work back here. Nothing major, but I've got to mount this charger. That's a 48-volt charger. So it'll get mounted back in here somewhere. Had a heck of a time trying to figure out all the charging stuff up with these new lithium batteries. And yeah, the mirror right there, you're probably wondering about that, but I couldn't figure out another way to mount that 12-volt charger. So there's a little indicator light. When that comes on, I can see it in the mirror. So I have the mirror sitting around. It's like, well, that'll take care of that problem. And we got an inverter there. And I'm going to wire all the solar and everything to that bus bar there. But yeah, storage back here. This little guy, little, grabber. And water tank right there. I do have a tank coming for this hole down in here. So that's coming from Australia. And we'll see if that fits. But that was a custom made thing. I couldn't find anybody in the US to make it. And so I found the company in Australia. They worked with me for about a month trying to figure it all out. So, all right. Yeah, fire extinguisher, fan, smoke and carbon monoxide alarm. This is all my AC back here, and everything DC was up in that first panel we looked at. So that's it. And this is all like a vinyl material that I got from Lowe's, and it has something to do with like a screen room, and it just happened to work. I just couldn't figure out what to do to cover all that up. But oh, yeah, tiller's right above my head in case you couldn't figure out what that was. So yeah, there it is. All right, 11 minutes and 30 seconds. Thanks for having a look.